The OSSC has been a staple in my gaming collection for over 3 years now, and using it still impresses me today. VGA, RGB via SCART and component support represents the best in analog gaming, along with RGSB support for the PlayStation 2, allowing me to use progressive scan via RGB SCART and component. The best part of this device is the support for many resolutions and the ability to increase the output resolution via line doubling or above. It really makes the games look fantastic on the higher resolutions we have today. However, costing between £80 to £150 will be a stretch for those looking to get better quality images from retro consoles. Plus, the lack of composite or S-video support might upset those who really want to get nostalgic with their old games. So what about this? Here we have the Retroscaler 2X, a device I bought for £60 from eBay. What does it do? It can take composite, S-video and component video inputs and line double the resolution from 240p or 288p to 480p or 576p and 480i or 576i to 480p or 576p. Will all this be enough to buy this device over the OSSC if the budget won't stretch to it? I will look at the component quality as both support that connection type, and we will see how both fare in a number of games and systems. The OSSC will be tested at its maximum output resolutions including 5x, 4x and 2x, while the Retroscaler 2X was tested at line 2x all throughout. Let's begin! I have component cables for the SEGA Saturn, so we will start here. Plus, who doesn't love SEGA Saturn games? Here's our first game, a 2D fighting game that runs in 240p. The OSSC was at line 5x and the Retroscaler 2X was at line 2x mode. Both upscalers handled the game well and look good. However, due to the different outputs, the size, image quality and sharpness are all affected. The OSSC looks incredible with the line 5x mode and the colours look excellent. The Retroscaler 2X has a green tint, nothing awful, but I did notice it. There's some sort of video noise or something going on with the life bars that I did not see with the OSSC. Overall, the OSSC wins the visual test, but the Retroscaler 2X is doing fairly well for the price. Street Fighter Alpha 2 really excels on the OSSC. Like real Bout before it, the picture is bigger on screen, it has amazing colours and the visuals is as sharp as a rock. I love how this looks on the OSSC. The Retroscaler 2X has the picture really squashed by comparison, although this is a PAL copy of the game, so maybe it really did look like this on TVs back in the day. I'm noticing the same video noise or artifacts that I never saw when using the OSSC. I'm pretty spoiled by the quality of the OSSC, however the Retroscaler 2X is doing well enough. Let's try a game with interlacing to see how the two get on. Virtua Fighter 2 is a classic example, and to be honest, both look pretty similar. Both utilize the bob deinterlacing method to deinterlace the interlaced output, just that the OSSC is at 4x, while the Retroscaler 2X is limited to a 2x upscale. The OSSC is sharper as expected, however, outside of that and a slight colour shift, the Retroscaler 2X keeps up pretty well. Yes, it is smaller on screen, but for £60 I think this is a good effort from the upscaler. It's pretty clear to see that interlaced content works out well for this product. Next, a game with 16:9 support, Panzer Dragoon II Zwei. Thanks to the OSSC's Line 5X mode and its 1600x1200 mode, this fills the screen from top to bottom and from side to side. Of course, the game is super sharp and has nice colours to go along with the action. the Retroscaler is much thinner and squashed compared to the OSSC, although being a PAL copy, this is likely how the game looks to most people when played on a widescreen display of the time. It still looks great, just not as sharp or immersive as the OSSC. Still, a fine effort for the £60 product, and it's nice both support PAL standards properly. Here's more games I tried out for the SEGA Saturn, and see if you think the audio is any different between the two products. Let's try some PlayStation games using the PlayStation 2, since the PlayStation doesn't support the component output. Gran Turismo 2 is first, and as you'd expect by now, the OSSC really flexes its upscaling powers thanks to the 5x mode, along with its greater colour output and fulfilling the screen from top to bottom. We do lose some of the picture thanks to the 5x mode, so if you want to see more of the Nissan Skyline, use the 4x mode instead. I also see the Retroscaler 2X has a green tint again. It seems to be a recurring theme at this point. Tekken 3 uses the PlayStation's high-res 480i or 576i mode, and here, as expected, the Retroscaler 2X keeps up, although the OSSC looks more detailed and has slightly better colour output. I'm impressed with how well the Retroscaler keeps up with the OSSC in interlaced content. Here's Toca World Touring Cars, and it also has widescreen support. The OSSC fills the screen when using 1600 by 1200, it looks very sharp and has great colours. However, the screen is a bit cut off from the top and bottom, more so than in Panzer Dragoon II. If this bothers you, use the Line 4X mode instead. The Retroscaler 2X fares pretty well, filling in more of the screen than in Panzer Dragoon II and looks sharp enough. Again, a slight green tint, but nothing awful. The output quality for Street Fighter Alpha 3 is vastly different from the two upscalers. The OSSC looks very sharp and fills the screen from top to bottom with great colours to boot. This really is just a great way to see Street Fighter Alpha 3 on PlayStation. The Retroscaler 2X falls behind with a smaller display window, less sharp visuals and a slight green tint again. Nothing awful, and definitely better than your cheap £30 or lower upscaler which would butcher this PAL copy. However, the OSSC when in Line 5X mode is the clear winner for me. Here's the rest of the PlayStation games I played along with the audio output before we move on to the PlayStation 2.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh, sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies. But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
For the most part, the same conclusions will be made with the PlayStation 2 system, as most of the games here output in 480i or 576i, meaning that the two upscalers will be fairly good, although the OSSC pulls ahead in sharpness and colour accuracy. However, the PlayStation 2 has games that do support the 480p progressive scan mode. The OSSC can take advantage of this and even line double the resolution to 960p. The Retroscaler cannot support 480p, not even in pass-through mode. Let's see the difference this makes. Tekken 4 has 480p support, while the Retroscaler 2X has to make do with 480i. The Retroscaler does what it can and it looks pretty good for the limited resolution it has to work with. As soon as 480p is enabled and then given a boost to 960p, the OSSC really pulls ahead. It's so sharp and detailed, the interlaced video has no chance. This also means if you own a Dreamcast, the OSSC will support the VGA output, whereas the Retroscaler has to make do with S-Video or use custom component cables to get the best 480i output possible. Soulcalibur II has both 480p and widescreen support. Once again, the OSSC shines with incredible detail while making good use of the display area. The Retroscaler suffers with poorer quality video, especially the video noise here by the life bars. When it comes to 480p supported games, only emulation or the Retotink 5X can beat the OSSC with games like this. Alright, I'll show off the rest of the games I tested along with the audio to see if you can tell the difference. I will see you at the end.
Too close. Good job, Reese. There are more mines in the next canyon. Let's go. Vary your speed using boost and brake. You got all of them.
I love you too, Dad.
Heather, I need to speak with you. My name is Douglas Cartland. I'm a detective.
A detective? Really? Well, nice talking to you.
Hold on. There's someone that wants to meet you. Just let me have an hour. No, half an hour of your time.
My daddy always told me not to talk to strangers.
This is very important.
Into 6 left, 30. Long 6 left over crest, 50. Very long 4 right. Into very long 5 right, split time. Into long 3 left. Into long 6 right, 50. Into very long 5 right, split time. Into long 3 left. Into long long 6 right, 50. 3 right and 3 left, keep in. And 6 right over crest into 6 right and 6 left, tightens over jump. 30, 4 left. 5 right, 50. 6 right, 50, 5 left. 34 left. And long 6 right, 30, long 5 left. And long 5 right tightens.
That's the way I like it.
Each time I learn you some manners.
Oh, that's it.
Could be worse.
Lunch.
Feel it.
That's the way it goes.
That's why I'm on top. Now you
I've gathered some clothes for you. Wait, don't go.
And there we are. I feel the Retroscaler 2X did a good job of the tested games. Yes, it lacks progressive scan support, yes, it can't output resolutions as high as the OSSC, and yes, it seems to have a green tint and some video noise, but for £60, it is not a bad buy for those of you who want to get into retro gaming. It's easy to use, being a plug and play experience, and it is foolproof for anyone who's looking to get some retro games and systems working on the vast majority of our HDMI displays. The only issue is, if you can find an OSSC device with software version 1.6 or greater for £80, you're getting so much more for the money, and it really has been an incredible device in my setup. It has its own set of flaws, and it's due an update with the Retotink 5X already offering better video output, especially with interlaced content and the ability to eliminate the issues with video resolution switching. It unfortunately costs $300, so it is for the enthusiasts like me who are very serious about video quality capture for older consoles. You folks let me know, would you buy either device for your setup and why? Or would you use a different solution? Tell me in the comments, and I will see you soon.